Hey, what's up, beautiful divine beings? Welcome to another Divicati video. I'm super appreciative that you're here spending your precious time with us today. If it's your first time, my name is Marco Jack. I'm a personal growth coach. I help people tap into their innate source of wisdom to help them become their greatest possible version. Today, I'm here to make a video on how to stop worrying, stop the anxiety, stop that stress so that you can be more happy, start living a quality of life. The reason I'm making this video is because I used to worry a lot, and I worry especially about the future, things I do not have control over. Like, will the future turn out the way I want it to be if I did A, B, C, D, E, or what I'm just wasting my efforts? I always overthink, and it caused my quality of life to go down, and it's just not a good state to be in. And so, I worked a lot on myself. Especially when I started this coaching business, I worried a lot, and I was spending more energy worrying than on the solution side and creating the reality that I want. By the way, I have a video on how to increase your self-awareness if that's something that you want to check out. After realizing that I was being worried, I became proactive and sought out solutions and stumbled upon a book, How to Stop Worrying and Start Living by Dale Carnegie. Through the insights from this book and also through my reflecting, I was able to get out of this state. And every time I catch myself being worried, I just quickly remind myself these mindset and frameworks, which I'm about to share today, to live a more positive, active, and stress-free, worry-free life. So without further ado, let's jump right into the video. Let's go. So why is worrying bad? Why should we stop it? Well, this one quote helped me look at worrying in a different way. And it is, worrying is like a rocking chair. It gives you something to do, but never gets you anywhere. Glenn Turner. Yes, worrying is something that we all can do. It's natural to human beings. And it sucks up a lot of energy. And you can be in your mind overthinking, worrying, and you can be in that state for days, weeks, months, forever. But it's counterproductive. When you are worrying, you're in a low vibrational state and you never want to do anything because you're so afraid. It gives you so much pressure and you rather just avoid it. And the reason why worrying is also bad, in addition to not getting you anywhere, is that it actually makes you physically sick. Another quote is like, men who do not know how to battle worrying die young. Studies have shown that actually worrying causes us to be so nervous and put so much stress in our nervous system that causes our hormones to change and fluctuation and abnormal. And we know now that emotions causes physical sickness. A lot of the actual physical sickness, the root cause of it is from a trauma that is not released, from energy that we do not know how to release, stress and things like that, right? And so if you love your body, you want to live a healthier life, we have to take care of our mental being because that affects our physical being as well. So what can we do about it? I'm glad you asked, because we're about to jump right in to the mindset part of the video, and then we'll end it with some practical frameworks that you can take away and use for life, and it will be in your nice toolbox. So let's jump in to the mindset part of the video. Let's go. About the mindset, I really have to thank this book. Reading this book, just the few chapters in, I was like, oh my God, this is juicy. There's so many good practical frameworks. So I'm just gonna get into the mindset. So the first mindset that you can apply is just to get clear, get clarity, get the confusion out of the way. Because a lot of times the reason why we are confused, we're overwhelmed by the situation in hand. And because we don't have enough information, sometimes we feel like the problem that we have in front of us is actually bigger than it truly is. The first step that we need to do is just to get to the root cause of why you're worrying about that situation. A lot of the worrying is caused by insufficient amount of information. So we have to do the research, get the facts, really get clear on the whole picture. And I guarantee you, most of the time when you are able to get that courage and to face the situation and look at it for what it truly is, objectively from different angles, then you'll realize through doing that research, oh, it's not as bad as it seems to be. Or if it's really bad, you can start seeing a solution because you are able to just like chip it away and just look at the situation in a different perspective instead of thinking that, oh my goodness, it's a big thing and I can't solve it, which we know is counterproductive. So yes, the first mindset is to get clear, get the facts, and don't be overwhelmed by the situation. Hey, mindset number 2 is to be present. Focus on today, not the future. What I mean by this is most of the time, we focus on the past, like I regret doing something, I worry would I make the same mistake, or the future, like I used to always do and still sometimes do. But instead, we have to focus on today. Do what you need to do today. Take care of what you need to take care of today, and it will take care of tomorrow. So we should be super occupied by just doing what we identified in the first part of mindset. Once you get clear, then you know what you kind of have to do, right? And just focus on doing that. Take it step by step, inch by inch, and just be absorbed in what you need to do in the present moment so that you don't have time and space to worry about whether things would be okay in the future. And if we start living in the present, just like right now, I'm just being present on speaking every single word consciously. I'm not worrying about the future. I'm just in here, the present moment, because the power of now, Eckhart Tolle in that book said, every single experience we experience, even if we're thinking about the past or even the future, is experienced in this present moment. And so we really have to just take things moment by moment, channel our focus, not in the future, not in the past, but right now in this moment. What is something that you can do that can help you create the reality and be in the solution mode and help you lift your vibrational up so that you have the energy to go do what you need to do. And so that's mindset number 2. Just focus on today, take care of today, and it will take care of tomorrow. Mindset number 3 is be so busy on your solution and working on yourself that you don't have time to being worried. I find this last tip to be very useful because when I find myself working and doing the things that I have brainstormed and all that good stuff, right, I will sometimes just like worry like, would I be achieving what I need to achieve if I put in this work? The doubts come in. But usually when I'm thinking those thoughts is when I am being lazy, when I am feeling sluggish, when I am being drowsy, I just didn't have a good night's sleep and things like that. It's when my brain is vacant, when my brain is empty. And in the book, it talks about how an empty mind attracts worrying. If your brain is not in function, is not really working, is not really doing anything, is not being active, it tends to wander. It likes drifting around and having different thoughts into your mind. And so you have to be very conscious of knowing what thoughts you want to let in and which thoughts you should listen to. And an easy way to not have to worry is to just be so engaged in your work that you don't have the time or energy or the luxury to be worrying. And when I catch myself worrying, I ask myself, what can I do? And I get back into the work mode because it's impossible to be worrying and working at the same time because your mind can only focus on one thing at a time. And that's mindset number 3. Be busy on your work so that you don't have a vacant mind for worrying to creep in. Leaving the mindset part, I also have a spiritual component on how to get less worried. And that's the good thing about having a little faith, having a little spiritual foundation in your life, and that is, like just trusting the universe. Like once I became more spiritual and I know that I'm on my purpose journey, I'm following my heart, and knowing that, the universe got my back. And in my video, How to Ask and Receive, I talked about just setting an intention out, letting go, having no expectations. And more often than not, when I set out that intention and really coming from a good-hearted place, things would go right. And so just having that spiritual foundation also let you have a little bit more faith to know that, like God, the universe, whatever you want to call it, got your back, and you can be in action more confidently knowing things will work out for you. So yeah, that's the mindset and spiritual component for it. I'll just leave this part saying that, if you can do something about it, why worry? And if you can't do something about it, why worry? Dalai Lama. Another quick thought: focus on what matters at the end of the day. Don't sweat the small stuff. Okay, so next part of the video, I'll walk you guys through 2 frameworks from the book that I found really helpful. These frameworks is really good because it's practical whenever you need that peace of mind. When you ever catch yourself, I'm worrying, oh my goodness, I've been in this state for way too long, you can just like sit your butt down and say, hey, you know what, let me just carve out 15 minutes to be in a brainstorming session mode and just to get grounded and get that peace of mind. Framework number 1 is great for if you're worrying about a possible scary future. There's 3 steps to this framework, and the first step is to ask yourself, what is the worst thing that could possibly happen? You just write it down, be objective about it, use the facts that you've researched and all that good stuff. The second step is to accept it if needed. I know it's really hard for people to accept a really bad situation, but there's also tremendous power on training yourself to increase your ability to accept. And I also made a video about that if you want to learn more about how to accept and the benefits of that. Third thing in this framework that I suggested is to ask yourself, what is something that you can do to improve upon the worst situation? So now that you've accepted the worst situation, if it happens, you're like the Buddha, you're calm about it. But at the same time, you're also being proactive about it. You're asking yourself, what can I do to improve on that situation so I don't have to experience that? And now you tap into your resourcefulness, tap into your inner self, and create a list of ideas that you can improve on that situation and go do it. So that's framework number 1 for something that's in the future that you're really scared about and could help you just namaste, get that calm energy in. Framework number 2 is applicable to all types of situations and worry. For example, if you have something that you're just confused about, you just worry about, you just don't know where your feelings at, this framework is really good. And there's 4 steps to this framework. And the first step is to precisely understand what is causing you to worry. And using the 5 why framework here is really great. It's just to ask 5 times why you are worried to get into the root cause. And once you get the root cause, the second step is to research to get the facts that you need, and then to think about all the solutions that you can do to solve this problem. So do a little bit of research, call up some friends, Google that stuff, meditate on it, and then just brainstorm and write down a bunch of ideas. Whatever comes to the conscious, just write it down as much as possible. And the third step is to decide on what you are going to do about it. So step 3 is just to filter all the ideas in step 2 and say, hey, you know what, this is what we should do about it, and maybe even prioritize which one you'll do first. And if this doesn't work, plan A, plan B, plan C, all that good stuff. And then the 4th step is to immediately take action on one of the things that you thought about in the 3rd step, and schedule and put a deadline on the rest of the action items. You still here? I kept a juicy insight for you for all the committed viewers. It's a powerful affirmation that you can apply today to just help you remind yourself to stop worrying so much. Because I know once you click off this video and just go on about your day-to-day life, these insights might just go away. But if you remember this one insight, it could act as a trigger to just remember all the things that I spoke about today in this video. And it is just for today, this affirmation, just for the day. Just for today, I choose to be stress-free. Just for today, I choose to be proactive on my problems. Just for today, I choose to gain clarity on what is stressing me. Whatever your version of just for today is, and this is a powerful affirmation. And a quick reminder is that we can choose how we feel inside. And this framework can act as an anchor, and that can help us ground us and remember that, yes, it all starts with me. It starts with from my inner world. I can choose how I want to feel about all the things I have in my outer world. And, the law of correspondence, from within to without. You kill it inside, you kill it outside. So that's kind of like the juicy affirmation just for you. Thank you so much for watching this video. Appreciate it from the bottom of my heart for staying till the end. If you want a life coach to help you resolve some of the worries that you have in your life, really get deep down to the root cause of what is worrying you, help you brainstorm on some of the things that you can do to become your greatest version, and also just to get rid of some of the problems and worries in your way, check us out at divicati.com. If you resonate with what we do, hit us up for a free consultation where I'll just hop on a call with you for like an hour, give you a powerful coaching experience and see how we vibe. And if we match and we resonate, we can chat about how we can work together and we can come up with a good coaching plan. Just take from where you are to where you want to be to help you be your greatest possible version. This is what we do at Divicati. We're in business to create a more loving and conscious world to help humanity be in harmony. That's our mission. That's who we are. So thank you so much again for checking us out. Consider subscribing, liking, commenting, sharing, all that good stuff. We appreciate every little thing. And I hope you have an amazing day. I hope you have a wonderful day, a stress-free day, and just kill it in life. It's a beautiful one. And just breathe in that good ass energy in, and see you very, very soon. Until next time, much love and peace.